Hi friends! Thank you for joining me today. My name is Andrea and I'm super excited to show you my new toys. Ta-da! This electric lunchbox and this Shabuki self-cooking pot, both made by Itaki. I bought these two devices since I'm going back to work after mat leave. Although I'm working from home most days, I'd still like to be able to enjoy a freshly cooked meal without spending my time cooking it during work hours, which I'm sure my office really appreciates. So anyway, I thought I'd give these guys a try. Okay, let's start with this electric lunchbox called the Pro. It comes in 4 different colors: pink, black, purple, and blue. This one here is blue, which is my son's favorite color. It's basically a portable bento box steamer. What's super nice about the Pro is that you can cook anywhere, in the office, at home, in the car while driving, if you buy the adapter. And it's pretty perfect for dorm life, or even traveling when you're in hotels without kitchenettes. So let's open this up and see what's inside. It's not sharp enough. Ah! This is tougher than I thought. Here we go. Okay. There's a cute little lunch bag. Oh, I hope that wasn't important. Okay, so here it is. It's in its little plastic bag, which we're gonna open up. Pretty nice. Okay, so, oh, it's got little handles, so you can carry it like this, which is very handy. And then it's got locking mechanism here, just to make sure that your food stays where it's supposed to. Okay, comes with a little instruction manual. It's perfect, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Oh, it has a little plastic lid here to make sure everything stays secure, and a little mini cup. Comes with a little food container, power cord, a little egg basket, and this one goes in here, little handle for that to lift and lower, and a second larger food container. And they're both made of stainless steel, which is very nice. This here is the cooking plate, and in the back is this little power input, which you plug in. Then the front has a little button here. I guess you just press it to turn it on and off. All right, looks like we have all our pieces. Give it a quick clean before we test it out. Okay, so this one here is the Shabuki self-cooking pot. It's a little bit different. It's not just a steamer, it's like a little stove. So you can saute, stir fry, fry, or steam. It comes in 2 different options, with or without the steamer basket, and in 3 different colors, pink, platinum, and green. This one here is pink, which is my daughter's favorite color. Ah, now, this again. Ugh. Let's see what's inside here. So it comes with this lid here. I'm glad this wrapping is a lot easier to open. Nice and clear lid, so I can see what I'm making and how it's coming along. Also comes with a power cord, little instruction manual. This one comes with a little blue bag. And this is the cooking unit itself. Comes with a nice little handle. Probably come in handy for when I'm sauteing or trying to get a firm hold on it while mixing. Here's a little knob. It's just the temperature gauge. It has off, low, and high. And I'm guessing this little light here will light up when it's on. It's stainless steel as well on the inside here, which is nice because when you're scraping and cooking, there's no non-stick coating to worry about. So Itaki says that the capacity is about 1.2 to 2 liters, which is the same as the capacity for the Pro, but this definitely looks just a touch bigger. We went with the option with the steamer basket, which comes with a little spoon. Itaki also sent a pair of chopsticks. Okay, I don't know if you can feel my excitement out there in the virtual world, but I so am. I think we should test these out. So in the Pro, I'm going to be trying out a recipe from the recipe book that's included when you purchase one of these. It's going to be the pumpkin cheesecake. And in the Shabuki, I'm going to be trying out my recipe for tomato beef rice. Okay, so the pumpkin cheesecake. I have here half a cup of pumpkin, half a cup of ricotta cheese, half a tablespoon of arrowroot powder, the zest of half a lemon, and 1/4 cup of sugar, and of course our 3 egg whites. So we're going to combine everything but the egg whites in a blender and blend until smooth. Then we're going to pour this into a large bowl. Okay, so I went ahead and I blended this and I just put it in a large bowl. And now we're just going to beat 3 egg whites until we get stiff white peaks. Okay, so now what we're supposed to do is take 1/4 of the egg whites, mix it in with the pumpkin mixture. Now it says to pour the batter into the food compartment. Okay, so we're going to grease the large food tray, and then we're gonna put the batter inside and make sure that the top is all smooth. I've never used this before. It kind of smells like butter or like frosting or something. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna pour the batter in to the large food compartment now. Smooth this out. Okay, so Itaki says to add 2 little cups of water into this hot plate here. So that's what we're gonna do. 2. Okay, so now we're going to put the large food container onto the hot plate here and put the lid on. Lock both sides and press the button. Boop. And now we wait. It says in the recipe book to let it steam for 20 to 30 minutes, but 20 to 30 minutes is a large gap, so let's say 25 and see what we get then. While this is doing its thing with our cheesecake, let's move on to the soft cooking pot here and try out my tomato beef rice recipe. So what I have here is the sauce for my tomato beef rice, which is ketchup, vinegar, sugar, and soy sauce. And this here is my steak that's been cut into thin slices and has been marinating for about half an hour with salt, pepper, cornstarch, water, and soy sauce. And of course, my garlic, my oil, and of course, my tomatoes. Can't make tomato beef rice without tomatoes. And lastly, my rice. I went ahead and prepared it this time, but next time I'm gonna see if I can make rice in the Shabuki pot. Okay, so let's turn this thing on to high and see how quick it goes. I just put a drop of water in here as an indicator of when it starts getting hot. Wow, that was really fast. I'm so amazed right now. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and add my oil here. Let that heat up just a second because, you know, it's super fast, and then add my garlic. Oh my gosh, it's so fast. Okay, so let it saute for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add my tomatoes. We'll just let them cook until they get soft. Maybe the heat's too high. Turn it down to low. Wow, I can't believe how hot this thing gets, and so fast too. It's incredible. Okay, now I'm gonna add the sauce in. Give a stir. Maybe bring that back up to high heat. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna add my beef in. Give a stir. And we're just gonna let that simmer with the lid on. Okay, let's open this up and see what we've got so far. We're gonna give a quick stir. Okay, the meat looks like it's still cooking. Open up the lid and see what we've got going on. I think it's about done. Okay, let's turn this thing off. Okay, let's see how it tastes. That is so good. The tomatoes are done just right. The meat is perfect and tender, nice and saucy. Oh my God, I'm gonna eat this entire plate. Okay, that is so good. But we've gotta move on because it's been about 25 minutes now. And let's see what's happening here. So I'm gonna open this up. All right, so 25 minutes in, and it says to open it up and let it continue steaming for another 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my God, I can't stop eating this thing. So that was pretty incredible with the Shabuki pot. Okay, so this little Shabuki pot here really surprised me. How fast it heated up, and it was pretty much instantaneously. I turned it on and it was bubbling within seconds. My little test water. It definitely surprised me that it could actually cook my meal and cook it well. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes that this has been steaming uncovered, our little cheesecake here. So I'm gonna go ahead and poke it and see if it comes out clean. Looks okay to me. Okay, now we have to put this in the fridge to chill. And then when it's cooled, we can flip it over and cut it up and eat it. That's gonna be my favorite part. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to be playing with these to figure out some new recipes that I'd love to share with you all. Okay friends, so it's all chilled now, and we're gonna flip it upside down, this plate, and Itaki says it'll come out, so fingers crossed. There we go. All right, so here it is. It didn't come out as smooth as I'd hoped, but it's still kind of cute. Let's cut into this and see what it tastes like, because I've never had cheesecake like this before. Still kind of jiggly. Okay. It's light and airy. I can definitely taste the lemon zest. It is a little wet for my liking, so maybe I think next time I might add a little more arrowroot powder to absorb some of that water. I did drain my ricotta cheese, but maybe I didn't drain it for long enough, so I might do that as well. I might add some pumpkin spice in there and then make it a pumpkin spice cheesecake. I didn't think that the Pro could make desserts, but now that I know that it can, I am really intrigued. Okay, so I really enjoyed using the Pro and the Shabuki pot, and I can see the potential for this even when working from home. Again, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to be playing with these to figure out some new recipes that I'd love to share with you. Probably tweak and post a proper instructional video on the tomato beef rice, so stay tuned. Until next time, friends. Mwah!